And Marsh here, and for those of you that don't know, I'm CEO of Street Smart Business School. And so what we do is we help business owners improve the profits in their business and lead better business lives. I guess that's the easiest way to sum it up. And I'm glad you're here tonight because I'm going to be sharing some really cool ideas with you. I'm guessing if you are here, then chances are you're looking for ways to improve the profits in your business, and you won't be disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a little bit about how and why I can share this guidance with you is simply because I've been doing it for a very long time and on both sides of the coin. So I didn't just get a piece of paper from university and I was christened somebody that could tell others what to do. I've actually grown 5 multi-million-dollar companies myself, and so really what I'm sharing with you are years and years of very expensive experience. And so these things that you're about to learn, they're going to be really the result that if you ever go and check out my YouTube page, which I think might be interesting for you, you'll see literally hundreds and hundreds of people that have benefited from what I'm about to teach you tonight. Yes, true. And the good news is it's so simple. So what I'm going to be showing you is how to quickly start improving the profits in your business, and largely using no cost and low cost strategies. And I'm not just talking small improvements either. I like doing things in a big way. So again, that's what we're in for tonight, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Now, I also have a gift for you if you really are wanting to improve the results in your business. I've written a book, and people tell me that it's not a bad read. It's the inconvenient truth about business success. And why did I call it that? Well, because quite honestly, sometimes business is just inconvenient. Okay? And can't call a spade, what can you do? And so I've got that there for you. It sells in Dymocks for $29 or $29.95, and it does really well, and all the major bookstores. But if you are serious and you want to improve the results in your business, all you need to do is cover the shipping and handling, and I'll mail a copy out to you so you can actually see how I managed to build 5 multi-million-dollar businesses, generate well over $70 million in those companies, and then go on and help literally hundreds and hundreds of people to improve their business. But this is not about me tonight. This is about you and how to improve your profits. So stand by, because I'm going to amaze you with my digitalis skills here. With the flick of a button and with some extra eyes on, what do you think? People say that you increase your sales by at least 10% when you wear glasses. Are they right? Let me know. Put it in the comments, guys. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to share with you a little tutorial. We're all going to go back to class, ladies and gentlemen, so don't shoot me, but it's time to go back to school. All right, so how do we quickly increase the profits in our business using low cost and no cost strategies? Well, rule number 1, see where it says listen to the teacher? Then make sure you listen to the teacher. Grab pen and paper, because there's some really, really helpful, quite seriously, I'm not serious that often, but quite seriously, grab pen and paper, because you're going to get a lot of great ideas here with what I'm about to share. So again, and if you've got any questions or whatever, put them into the comments page. I do read them. I can't read them while I'm teaching you because I am a mere male and I cannot do 2 things at once. But I will get back to you. Leave comments there. Like me, bite me. Just don't fight me on this, because what I'm about to share with you works, okay? And I'd love to get your feedback. And got any questions, I definitely will get back to you and answer them. So now, let's get back to this. So how do we do it? Well, first thing, I want you to understand that there are 7 key profit drivers in any business. And tonight I only have time to cover off on 3 of them, but what I want you to understand is that success is really mechanical. As long as you've got good maths and you've got a hungry crowd, so as long as you make good profits in what you offer, and as long as what you offer is what the market wants, then you're in for being able to generate just about as much money as you want to make, ladies and gentlemen, because you just got to apply the mechanics of success, the street smart mechanics, to your business, and you're going to see success. There's no if, buts, or maybes. It's just happened time after time after time. So let me give you a glimpse into our weird world at Street Smart Business School. And the first one is I'm going to cover off on is leads. Okay, if you want to increase your profits, well, you got to increase your leads. Now, how many of you are saying, "Oh my goodness, you mean I got here, I logged into Facebook Live, and I'm watching you to increase the profits, and you're just saying to me, just increase my leads"? Well, yes, I am, but hang on, because I'm getting deeper into there. This really will be some time well spent with you. So as I say, I'm going to cover off on 3 strategies with you, 3 profit drivers out of the 7. The first one is increasing your leads. The next one is then increasing your conversions or your sales. Okay, so if you increase your leads, you're going to get more profits. If you increase your conversions, you're going to get more profits. And if you increase your profits or your prices, you're going to get more profits. So where am I coming from? You mean that's all I'm going to be teaching you? Well, no. Stay tuned, because here's the fun. Okay? So it's very important. And again, this is so critical. I want to just tell you a quick story, guys, and true story. And the guy gave me permission to share it with you. He's quite an amazing fellow, Peter Kelly. He amazingly invented this render. You know the render that you see on the outside of most buildings? Well, this gentleman invented that and really had a great product. And anyway, he was doing really well, except when he got big. When he got big and his company was doing heaps of work for major builders, all of a sudden he wasn't making money, he was losing money. He didn't realise it at the time, though, because the money he was making was quite large. I won't go into details. I won't tell you the exact numbers that he was doing in his business. But what I will tell you is he was so busy looking at his turnover going up and up and up and up. So his ego's going up and up and up and up. And what he didn't realise was that with the jobs that he was doing for the project builders, he was actually losing money on all the jobs. And so this is why I'm saying use the right order when you're covering off on these 3 things that I just said. Generating leads, sure, it's going to help. Improving conversions, sure, it's got to help. But increasing profits, making sure you've got an efficient business. It's so important that you do things in the right order. So where I'm coming from is that what Peter wanted me to do was get more leads into his business. Says, I need to make more sales, which is what just about every client asks me when they first meet me. But what we want to know is that you are actually making good profits in what you're doing before you generate more leads into your business. Because if I do grant your wish by you rubbing my too big a belly, I have to admit I need to do some work there, but if you rub my belly and the genie goes and gives you more leads, if you're not efficient and you're not profitable with your jobs, guess what? You're just going to go broke faster. So I want you to address this in reverse, okay? Here's where I'm coming from. Ensure that you are profitable, number 1, before you even start thinking about getting more leads, okay? So you must know your numbers. And yes, numbers are not my favorite thing either. I was a straight C student. But if you do not know your numbers, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to cost you. Then optimize your conversions, okay? So create a great sales system. Now, why are we doing this before we get any more leads coming into the business? Well, if you were getting more leads, so you're rubbing my belly, I grant you your wish, you get more leads coming in, but then you don't have a great sales system behind it to convert those leads, again, you're flushing money down the toilet, and that's no good. We want to make sure that you're smart, because we all know that it's hard generating more and more money, so you want to make sure that what money you invest, you get the best return out of. So again, make sure that you got good profits and that you're efficient on the back end. Then tighten up your sales system so every lead that comes in, you're treating that like gold. And then you get to rubbing my belly and start improving your marketing so that you get more leads, okay? And if you follow that simple process, very quickly you're going to start getting results. Now, I'm going to start giving you some practical tips here about how to get these things to happen and give you some ideas and show you the impact of what happens when you put these ideas into your business. And it's going to probably blow some of you away. So step 4, though, is once you actually start putting these strategies and ideas into your business, you've got to constantly review, optimize, and repeat. Okay, so systemize, because we want to create a business, ladies and gentlemen, not a job. Okay, so with that being said, let me show you a really cool tool. If I hit play again, welcome to my mind map. How many of you know about mind maps? Okay, so I gave you just 3 profit drivers, and I'm just about to give you just two simple ideas on each driver right now that you could probably quite easily go and implement in your business right now. So if we want to increase the profits in our business, what could we do? Well, stand by, because I'm going to amaze you with this incredibly technical strategy. But it's worked so often, and it's hardly ever failed. You want to increase your profits, investigate raising your prices. Imagine if you just had a look at your competitor, and I'm telling you here and now, how many of you gone out and actually done intelligence on your competitors, see exactly what they're charging? I can tell you anecdotally, at least 90% of you haven't done it, because I've worked with thousands of you guys. And so you're so busy again in your work, and you think you know what you're charging, and you think, oh, I'm charging what everyone else is charging. And with a bit of investigation, many times you find that you're well under what the market is charging. So have a bit of pride in yourself, stand up on your soapbox, work out what your value is, and look at the possibility of increasing your prices. Bang! Okay, told you that was complicated. Okay, now the next one is, when was the last time you went through line by line on your credit card, or went back to your suppliers and said, dude, come on, I've been with you a long time, and I love you too. I love you a long time, but you got to do a better deal for me, because I've really got to cut at least 5% off my costs, because I'm getting killed here. Now, if you do those 2 simple things, they're going to improve your profits in some way, shape, or form. Pretty simple when you think about it. But again, so many of you in business, because you're so busy making the wheels turn, you don't get to sit back and strategize, and I know everyone's heard it, but actually work on your business. And that's why so many of you need me. Because that's what I do, and that's what my team does, is we come in and we have a look at your business, and we educate you, and then help you start to get the results that you're looking for. All right. What about conversions? Okay, so the next thing is, all right, well, first I said we get the leads coming in, and that's get the efficiency coming in. Now we're going to get the conversions to improve. Now, one really, really simple way to do that is to see what it is you could guarantee. Okay, again, so many of you, even though you probably do guarantee what you do, if your job doesn't meet your client's expectations, there's every chance that you do the right thing and stand by it and say, sorry, ma'am, I'll make it good, and please don't worry about a thing. However, very few of you put it in writing, okay? So one of the ways I built one of the largest air conditioning companies in New South Wales was I guaranteed the temperature in their home. Oh my goodness. Should have seen the conversions. I was converting, when I went out, I was converting at 82% to the leads that I went out to, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a real number. And my team, my sales team, were converting at around about 70%. It's because there was no risk. When people actually made the decision to invest, say, $10 or $15 or $20,000 in a ducted air conditioning system, I removed any risk of them making a mistake. Because when you're investing that much money, you're really worried about paying a few extra $1,000 if you know that the job's going to work as promised. There you go. So how can you guarantee what you're doing, guys? And here's the other thing. People, well, just about all people, are not born salespeople. They need to be trained. And so when I go into companies, many times I see staff there that have never had any sales training or proper sales training from people like myself. They've never had decent training, so they wouldn't know how to close a sale. They're simply order takers. And so one of the first things I'll be looking at is seeing how you train your team and teach them how to sell. In fact, one of my high-end clients, they own a one of the best, I'll say the best childcare centre in New South Wales. It's a one. If you've got children, they're a great company. Little Miracles is their name. Little Miracles Childcare. I love them because they love the children. It's not about the money for them. They really want to do the best for their kids. But what hadn't happened was they'd never trained their directors on how to communicate with the clients that are coming in. So I did some simple sales training with them, and they got 9 childcare centres around New South Wales, and the results went through the roof, okay? People actually learned how to sell. And that's what I'm saying to you is, have you trained your sales team? Or have you trained yourself if you're in sales? I would urge you to, if you want, seek us out and we'll teach you how to do it, but learn how to sell. There is a science to the selling, okay? People are not just born with this ability, ladies and gentlemen. And after you've ticked off those 2 boxes, I then give you permission to increase the leads, okay? So just a couple of ideas for you is, one, you could be doing SEO. That's pretty cool. Imagine being on page 1. You know, only 2.5% of people ever go to page 2 of Google. 2.5% of people. So 97.5% of people just stay on page 1 and make their selection. So how about you get on page 1? Would that be good? And what about a geographical flyer? So I'm going to show you an example now of the impact of just implementing these 6 simple strategies in a business. And I'll just use a furniture business as an example. And I want you to remember just these 6 simple ideas. So geographical flyer and SEO to increase leads. Sales training and guarantee to increase conversions, and go renegotiate with your suppliers and raise your prices. Now, I'm not saying run out there and raise your prices. There is a strategy to doing it, and some of you maybe are not able to raise your prices. I don't want you to go out and do something crazy and then say, Ian said. Not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is be strategic and see if there is a case for how you could raise your prices. And let me show you why. So, I'm going to show you a calculator. Now, what you see before you is one of the secret weapons that I give to my business advisors that I teach how to do business consulting. And so we call it the Business Growth Calculator. Strange that. So what I want to show you is this column here first. Okay, I want to explain what's going on. So in this column here, I've just populated it with some typical numbers from a furniture store, and I helped a furniture store double its results a number of years ago in Perth. Any of you from Perth remember Minx Furniture? I am the person that helped the amazing results that Fiona, Steady and Cody achieved in that amazing organisation. So I was their secret weapon. It could be yours if you do want help in your business. Maybe we can help. But if you have a look here, these are the profit drivers I was telling you about. So number of leads, improve the conversions, and improve your profit margin. Okay, they're the 3 that I'm covering off on today. So let's have a look what happens. Okay, so imagine this is a furniture store, as I said, and we're going to increase the leads. Well, let me just show you. I mean, all of you now understand the power of Google. Now, I just typed something into Google here just for the fun of it. And I typed in a typical, oh, what happened there? I'll try it one more time. How's that go? That works a bit better. So I typed in best furniture store bundle. Bundle is on the Gold Coast, ladies and gentlemen, God's country. And lo and behold, the furniture company that we're talking about does not exist on page 1. However, imagine if they did. Imagine if they saw me and I, using all of my street smart skills, got them into this little place called the 3-Pack. How cool would it be if you lived in the 3-Pack? Well, quite honestly, it's not that hard. And it only takes about 3 to 4 months, maybe 5 months at the uppermost for you to get into there if you know what you're doing. Okay, so from the SEO, remember the SEO perspective? Well, this is part of that SEO strategy that I'm talking about. So what would happen to your business if you were on page 1 of Google for a cool term? So let's go to our calculator again and imagine that. So increasing the leads. So imagine that we got you onto page 1 of Google, and let's just say that we did a geographical flyer for you. What do you reckon the profit improvement would be if you did those two things and achieved them? Do you think maybe 15, 20, 30% improvement in leads? Well, I can't talk to you personally, so I'm going to say that all of you are yelling out to me, Ian, that's going to give a 20% improvement in leads. And yes, you're probably right. It's probably going to be a lot more than that if you're on page 1. Now, the conversion rate, and by the way, this is true because this is the stats that Minx had when I first walked in there. And you know, we tried training. First you train, and then you train some more. And if they don't achieve the results, ladies and gentlemen, wait for it, because I want to look you in the eye when I say this, okay? When you train them and you train them some more, but you're just not getting the results that you're hoping for, hey, that kind of rhymes. It is time to free them up for other opportunities. Trust me, you're doing them a favor and you're really doing yourself a favor, because you must have the best team, okay? None of us like saying goodbye to anyone. I've hired and fired over 300 people in my time, and I still hate it as much today as I did way back then. But you must, as a leader, as the owner of your business, if you've got a team and the person doesn't have the skills required, do them a favor. Let them find a job where they're more suited, and then you get somebody on your team that can really perform for you. Okay, so with that being said, let's go back to our calculator. So here, with our conversions, number one, we're going to do some sales training with the team, and they're going to love it so much because you're enhancing their skill sets, making them more valuable. And we're going to create a cool guarantee. So do you reckon we might be able to improve conversions from 10%, let's just say to 15% improvement by doing sales training and by doing a guarantee? And the last one I want to cover off on, because I told you, I mean, we've been going for a while now. Who's enjoying this? Again, if you like what I'm sharing with you, please shoot me a like, let me know, put a comment down below, and so I can respond to it and maybe use it as content for the next Business Solutions TV that I do. But the next thing that we were talking about here was the profit margin. And how did I say to improve that? One was to go back to your suppliers and renegotiate and maybe go through all of your credit cards and just have a look at where the money's going. And the other simple thing was have a look at all your competitors. So many of you are under the misconception that you're at the top of the price range, and in many, many cases, you're not. And I say again, please don't just run out there and put your prices up because I said, because you need to have a strategy behind how to do it. But in this case, let's just say that you got a 5% improvement from your suppliers by going through all of your numbers, and you just put your prices up by 5%, okay? Instead, I was going to say 10, but I'm just going to say 5 for now. That means you're going to have a 10% improvement in profits right on the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. So what's happened here? Well, I'm glad you asked. As you can see, what we've done is we've taken the annual revenue that was at 540,000. We've increased it to 1,620,000, ladies and gentlemen. Who thinks that's pretty cool? How many of you would like to have that happen in your business? But again, this is not make-believe. This is what myself and my consultants do with clients every day. And we love it. It's a lot of fun. And so, that's just, the numbers don't lie. And yes, the spreadsheet is correct for you doubtful people out there. And what about your profits? Because it's not about your turnover. Your turnover is your ego. Okay, forget the turnover. It's what you make in the bottom line. So we've taken it from 81,000 to 405,000. Who thinks that's pretty cool? So overall, we've increased the turnover by $1,080,000, and we've increased the profit by $326,000 and 400. Whew, I deserve a clap. How many of you enjoyed that? Well, again, here's the thing. Essentially, what I've shared with you is just a glimpse of what we teach our students at business school. If you like what I shared with you tonight, well, maybe you'd like to come to the next business school that I'm running. In fact, if you're the right fit, I may even offer you a partial scholarship to attend. And if that's the case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be putting a link here right after I finish this live. So come back in 5 minutes and you'll see a cool link at the top. And maybe you'd like to apply to join me at Business School and start to learn this and so much more. So I'm just going to show you, where is it? This one here. So I'm going to put the link up to the page because it is for members and their guests, but I've actually set aside 20 places for people that are non-members if you qualify. Okay, so if you qualify, what's going to happen in this business school is I'm actually going to be teaching you, how many of you out there, and be honest, and again, put it down in the comments. How many of you out there know that you need social media and you need to use social media so you can grow your company and grow your exposure and grow your brand, but you hate social media? For Pete's sake, who wants to be posting things about what they had for breakfast and sharing all those weird and wonderful things with the world? Well, I don't, and I don't like wasting a lot of time on frivolous things either. So what I did, though, was create a business school for people that hate social media. So I've developed a system for business owners that know they need social media but hate social media but want to learn how to use social media in as little as 20 minutes a day, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all it takes. And imagine if you invest 20 minutes a day that you have a horde of hungry leads coming into your business and you're already perceived as an expert. You're perceived as an authority in your industry. Would that be pretty cool? Well, again, so here we go. Having a look here, I'm going to face you again. So I will swap my screen here. Bear with me. I've lost you there. Give me a second. So here, when you come to this screen, I'm just going to look to you again. Hit the guest button. Okay, so let me show you again on here. If you'd like to apply and join me at Business School, what's happening? It's on July. So you've got plenty of notice. July 23rd, 24th, 25th. And by the time you walk out of this is workshop. Okay, so when you have a look on the website, you'll see this is not a place where we have a parade of speakers trying to separate you from your money. That's not what this is about. It's about you rolling your sleeves up, bringing your laptop in and some other assets and walking out with a functional social media system that does not take you hours and hours to actually get any benefit from. So anyway, if that appeals to you, hit this button over here where it says Business School Guest, because you're not a member yet. After you come to business school, maybe you will be a member, and that's why I'm happy to partially subsidize you joining me. But you will need to fill out a small application form to make sure we're a good fit. Then I'll have a conversation with you and love to invite you to our business school on the Gold Coast. And when you walk out of there, you really are going to have an ability to create an incredible social media result for yourself so you can dial up and dial down the leads as you like them. So again, ladies and gentlemen, just summing up what I've shared with you tonight. Number one, make sure when you start improving the profits in your business, you do it in the right order. So make sure that your jobs are profitable first, okay? Because again, if you start investing money in marketing and you haven't got an efficient system at the back end, it's just going to burn your money. And we all know that it's challenging to make the money. So you want to keep it, okay? Number two, then work on the sales system. So you know when you have a lead coming in, you've got the best chance of converting that lead into a client or a sale or whatever your products are. And then you do the magic and do the marketing, do the lead generation so that you can start to really grow and scale your business and make those extra profits. And again, just lessons learned. It's all about the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. Your turnover is your ego. Please remember that. And with those deep and meaningful words, I will nearly say goodbye to you, except one last thing, and that is, again, I got a gift for you. So if you do put an application in, and whether we are a good fit, whether we're not a good fit, I'm actually going to send you a copy of my book, because I guess if you've watched me for this long, you're pretty serious about wanting to improve the results in your business. And so you'll see a button at the bottom of your application form there. Regardless, just put the application in and I'll make sure that you receive a copy of this book mailed to you, because I'm old-fashioned and I like to sit and read. I don't get off on these Kindles and these iPads, etc., unless I have to. Okay, it doesn't just have the same feeling, you know. And look at that work of art. Don't I look handsome? Okay, so again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've learned something tonight. And I do hope, perhaps if you need my help, you can send me a message. You can click the link that I'll be putting here shortly. And again, maybe one day I'll be talking to you in person. So until then, take care.